Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Florida Homestead. Folks, we are standing right here at our farm's very own DIY cattle chute. Now, when you have any kind of cattle, it's important that you have a place to basically immobilize and isolate them, no matter what. You know, if you have to do hoof trimmings, if you have to do horn trimmings, if they get injured, if they get sick, you need a place where they can get inspected, maybe looked at by a veterinarian. But in our case, this cattle chute actually doubles as a place to immobilize Scarlet for milking. We use it as a milking stand as well. So we lure her in with some grain or some other tasty treats. We get her head in the head gate so she's immobilized. And we have this area over here. It may not be perfect, but that's how we do it on our homestead, and it works really well. So when we started homesteading, one of the things that we said that we wanted to do was gather some milk, and we've been able to do it just fine in this guy, thanks to the Vevor Goat and Cow milking machine, which is the subject of this video and what we're going to be taking a look at today. So this milking machine is awesome. We got a chance to go ahead and review it for you guys here on the channel. I'll show you guys the unboxing, how we get it together. It seems a little bit confusing at first because it has all these tubes that come in from here to there to here to there, and it can be a little overwhelming, but they actually number and label every single tube for you. So it's basically like putting together a Lego set. The 5 tube goes to where the 5 sticker indicates, the 10 tube goes to where the 10 sticker indicates, and etc. So if you can match numbers together, you can put this thing together, and boy, it does a great job milking. We use this almost every day to get milk from our cows. So I'll go ahead and show you guys how we put it together. I'll show you guys how we get the milk, and I mean, this is exciting. Getting milk from cows is cool. So without further ado, guys, let's jump in. Come on. So we set right away to go ahead and unbox this thing and start putting it together. One of the things that I noticed about the box itself is it's pretty big and it's pretty heavy, but there's really only a few big pieces that snap together, and then there's the different tubing. There's the tubing that the milk will pass through and the tubing that's used to build suction pressure on the machine in general. And if you kind of think about it in your head that way, okay, there's these big pieces, they snap together, and then we have to attach the tubing. There's really only 2 big steps to putting this whole thing together. So we went ahead and opened it up. There's the big milk receptacle. I believe it holds about 6 gallons of milk. And then there's the stand with the pump itself, the pump that's going to go ahead and build up all that suction pressure. Now, inside of the milk receptacle, you're going to find all your tubing. There's your milk tubing, there's your suction tubing, and there's actually some nice bottle brushes and similar things for you to go ahead and clean this machine for that kind of maintenance. So we went to work assembling the base of the milk machine. We snapped off a couple of little bearings, popped on these wheels, and we put those nuts right back on. And there you had it. We had our 2 wheels all ready to go. Now the thing has 2 wheels in the back and then a smaller wheel in the front, and that's really simple to put on as well. It's just 4 nuts and bolts, and boom, we had the whole stand already assembled. Next, we had to put on this little dish. The dish only goes in with 2 small screws, and that's actually what's going to hold the whole milk jug when you go to milk. So we got to work putting together the steam separator. That's that piece on the back of the machine there. And we put the lid on the milk receptacle, and it was time for the tubing. Now the thing with the tubing, it looks really intimidating, honestly. When I first looked at this thing, I said, man, it looks like an octopus with all these little tendrils sticking out of it. But it's so easy. There's numbered stickers on everything. So you attach the tube with the sticker 5 to the receptacle with the sticker 5, and before you know it, you'll be ready to go. So with the machine put together, we set off to actually go and milk Scarlet. We opened the gate, we brought the machine out front to the pasture, and we went ahead and called them over. Now, Scarlet absolutely loves being milked. She's super used to it right now, and all I gotta do is really whistle her over, and she knows exactly what time it is. She went on over, she headed over to the milking stand, and after me guiding her in there, we went ahead, secured her head in the cattle head gate, and she had her favorite treat, which is grain. She loves eating grain when I milk her. It makes her calm, gives her something to do while she's being milked, but she doesn't really mind the milking process at all either. I think it relieves a lot of pressure that she might have in her udder, so she's really content to let me milk. So at that point, we went ahead, we turned the machine on, we started building up pressure. Now you need to get your pressure gauge to this green range here. Green means good. And once you get your gauge to the green range, you're ready to go ahead and pop these suckers right onto the animal and start getting your milk. And well guys, here we are, we're actually using it right now. Scarlet's actually grown to like this time of day. She goes right into the chute. She readily lets us put the milk on her. As you can see, once you get the suction applied properly, it basically just stays on there by itself. I wouldn't recommend walking away and leaving it there, as it can still fall off. But as long as the suction pressure is still good and in that green range, it will stay on there and it practically milks itself. Like I said, she enjoys it more than anything. I think it kind of relieves some pressure for her, all that milk building up. And so she likes the feel of it. She likes this time of day. And after the first 1 or 2 times of getting the animal acclimated with it, you'll see that they kind of just readily get into the stand all on their own. So there you have it. So it was a successful milking, and we managed to get just over a gallon of milk on this particular day. So once you're done getting the milk, you can go ahead and take the receptacle right off. You go ahead and bring that part inside with you. And we strain our milk with a strainer just to make sure that there's no dirt or pathogens or anything like that. We strain that stuff right off the top. And there you go. You're ready for drinking milk. You're ready to make cheese, butter, whatever it is that you want to use the milk for. It's ready for you. And all right, folks, that's gonna go ahead and do it for the video, the Vevor Goat and Cow milking machine. Now, if you actually go out and get one of these for yourself to milk goats or cows, or I don't know what else you'd be milking, but if you do, keep in mind, one of the things that set me back at first is a lack of understanding of how the suction works on this piece here, how it attaches to the animal. So you have to use these little green cups. They go into each suction point here, and when all of these are occluded, your machine is gonna be building up pressure. So that's important to know. You look at your gauge, it'll show you how much pressure you have. Once it gets up into that green section, green means good, you're good to go. You take this cup, and utilizing this piece right here, you can go ahead and attach one at a time each of these 4 suction cups to the animal. And once you get the machine itself together, that's like the only piece that you'll need to know is how the suction mechanism works. It's not that bad. You can, like, after maybe like 1 practice attempt, an experimental run at it, you'll get it just fine, and it works wonderfully. Once you know what you're doing, you're golden, you're good to go. I definitely would recommend this. This would be good. Now, we just use it for 1 cow, but the receptacle itself, I think, holds 5 or 6 gallons, the milk jug here. So you could probably milk 2, 3 cows at a go with this. You could probably milk 4 or 6 goats with this, and it would be ideal for a circumstance like that, or just 1, honestly. Just keep in mind, you want to clean this out, especially your milk line, the line that the milk is running through. You want to clean it out in between each use. And I wouldn't necessarily say you have to scrub it with the scrub brush every time. You can go ahead and just run water through it, you know, time number 1, time number 2, okay, time number 3, let's really scrub it out with the scrub brush, because the sanitation point of things is important. But it's a wonderful machine. I cannot thank Vevor enough for letting us try it out, letting us unbox it and give you guys the review. It's a thumbs up review from me, and if you're looking for something to, hey man, I want to milk my cow, I want to milk my goat, definitely check this out. It's certainly worthwhile. So thank you so much again to Vevor, and thank you so much to you guys for watching the videos. I appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Come on, just click the button. And I'll see you guys next time, all right? Thank you so much. This is Justin from Florida Homestead. God bless you, everyone, and take care. Till next time, bye-bye.